Right, welcome to another look at Riverview. Now, it's brought to my attention by a good mate, Species7, who also makes very good YouTube videos, and I reckon you should have a look at them. One thing I hadn't done on here was show off the prices for the land, so I thought I'd just do a quick one with what we do, show off the price of your land and do one contract. That should make a video. Right, first of all, then we go on to the land. Let's get it so we can actually see the thing. Right, your prices we can see on the outlines here. Now, the really expensive stuff is quite often the forestry areas. This is $750,000 for this amount of stuff. In here, it's 187 million, 2 fields. Your original farmland, 344,000. Single field here, 149,000. That doesn't actually give the so that doesn't give the size on. That's a pity. A little bit bigger here, and I think if we go down to where the sawmill is, we're looking at almost 2 million. But that takes most of this side of the map in. There is other smaller packages of land. That's 300 odd. I don't think the prices are too far out, but that's just ready for species, so we can have a look and see what we're talking about. Here is 2 small packages for 254,000. If you look at that, that's just there. You could actually build a farm in, and here you got a field, so you've got a ready built farm down at the bottom end. If you do barley, almost anything, because you get the port there, so you've got good selling points quite close to you. Let's have a look at 40. 40's got this large field in here, but what we do now, just showing that off a little bit. The island here has 1.1 million, but I don't think, to be honest, the island is that good. Because you got the town here, so you got no land here. You got some trees. You haven't really got much on here where the farm shop is. But I've been starting up on the old farm when I've been starting here, and that's where the family farm's set. The family farm is set up here. Plus 9, 10, 11, 7, 8, 6 and 4. And I will be doing another family farm over Christmas to be released in the new year. Excuse me, I got a bit of a tickle. It's better. Animal dealers down here. But let's have a look at a quick, see if we're going to make a real video of this. Let's have a look, see which one we should do. Harvesting is always good fun. No, it's not. Just seeing what that is. Let's have a look at the small put. This'll do. We accept this one, but we need to borrow the items. And we will need to buy some fertilizer. I think we get 2 lots of fertilizer whilst we're at it. So we get 2. 1 container should do, but we get 2. That was that. That was that. There we go. Right, we've got a front weight there. We only got the 1. Oh, it's not going to cost. We probably didn't need the 2. Just realised I've got no sound in me here. That's better. I've been playing around and getting the wheel set up. I'm not using the wheel at the moment. It's just about set, but I have to say it's not as easy as it could be to set a wheel up. I also got my head track set, but not again, not on here. I'm just doing this in a little bit of a hurry. I haven't actually looked to see where the field is we've got to do. I've been playing this. This is Riverview, of course. I've been playing this rather a lot, and I'm hoping that it will be out during the Christmas period. I haven't found anything, and I've been doing rather a lot to it, which probably was never intended to do. As you see, I've got my beloved shuttle on here. I'm using the Mowgli's keyboard steer. Whoa, got a bit close to it there. I'm using the one off his GitHub. Oh well, that's full. So look, I bought two there. Well, we can do some more fertilising. Alright, let's find out where the field is. That's field 10. 10 should be up here. Oh, that's easy. Oh, that's easy. I know exactly where that one is. I'm actually beginning to learn my way around this farm now. I've been doing a little bit more work on the family farm to get it ready for the second episode. That's going to be very much work in progress. I've been using, because I'm using patch 1.2 beta on here, and I've been using the terrain kit. It's a lot easier than using GE. For one major reason. You can see what you're doing straight away. No having to load the map in, have a look, see what you, or do a bit, load the map in, see what you've done, unload the map, get GE up against. You probably could do both together, but I never trust that type of thing. I'm old fashioned. Oh, and Species also said about one thing I have found, that if you plough a green crop in, because the family farm, I was trying to do it so I didn't have anything ready to harvest when I took over. I was either cutting or harvesting, or if that was sort of final stages of growth, I would plant it in. You actually get a fertilisation bonus. I think on some of them I got full bonus. Depends on how far they're grown, I believe. This is the one. Well, this should be fun. These trees, the thing about Riverview here, this is one of the food farms, I would actually cut some trees down, and I am thinking about doing that with the family farm. It depends how the story grabs me, but getting rid of those trees between 9 and 10 and make it into one giant field. I'm going to do this out of cab because you know me, I'm not the best driver. There we go. Cruise control on. Let it rock. Now, John's have been releasing some more mods. Got the Lamborghini tractor and the lady mowers out. I noticed before I came on. Well, I have downloaded them. Oh, and other news, Modding Central are closing down on the 20th. So if you want any of their gear for 15 or 17, grab it now while you still can. That ain't gonna be there forever. Well, once it gets to 20th, it will no longer be available. We, on PCSG, we link direct to Modding Central for our mods from them, so we won't have it either. We will be, over the Christmas period, we will be cutting the links. Which is a pity, but apparently SOB, who own Modding Central, there's a good chance they will be making more mods, but they will be released on Mod Hub, which I think makes sense. We keep our site going because we enjoy the chat, and we have quite a few modders now who want to try things out and we have one who's doing a hell of a lot of stuff at the moment. He's very busy, and I will get his name once I've done this, because I clearly forgot I wasn't actually going to mention, but I think I feel I should. We had a look at his stuff the other day. It's the field light, the barriers which I'm using on Family Farm. I thought we might have done it by now, but apparently we haven't. I must have missed a bit somewhere, because it should have given me the completion though, because you don't have to do the whole field on any of these. You just look for the indication that you're finished. It comes up in the top right hand corner. And oh yes, I got the real time up there too. It's exactly when I'm making this. I wonder where else we missed it. I have to agree with Species on this. It's very hard to see when you've got a crop in what you're doing, what you haven't done. I'm just going to have a quick look here and see how far we got. I've got a bit here. Oh, let's see. If we go straight up where we are, we should have enough. Right. We go straight up here. We should be able to do it. And I would love to see that mod I was using on 17, where it show you, not quite in real time, but show you on your little mini map how things were. Could be handy on this. And we've got time to do a second fertilisation mission. Oh, and one thing I have found here with that. We'll take this back because I want to empty the sprayer out, so we'll take it back. It's not far to go, let's face it. The more I'm playing this map, the more I'm enjoying it. It is, of course, newbie, but renamed Riverview. And if you're into forestry, this is not a bad map to play. There's a hell of a lot of trees. I forget how many he said. Roy has told me a couple of times, but my memory isn't good. I never write it down. But he's told me a couple of times how many trees are on here, and there's a lot of them. Big areas, which is, you know, some of the more expensive land is where the trees are, and the trees are in awkward places to get to the forest. They're on the side of the mountains. Good luck in getting the big gear up there. Smaller gear should work. The Sampo, I think the Sampo's still in game. That should work very well. Yes, when we get there, before I actually empty it, I'm just going to show you a little something on there. Because there has been talk that you have to buy this fertilizer. Yes, you have to buy it, but you only actually pay for what you use. Let's show you. Show you here. No. Get this up. You get reimbursed for the stuff you used, or the stuff what you'd sell if you sent this back. But what we're not going to do, we're not going to do that. We're going to empty it. It's empty. Now if we go back, no reimbursement now, but we have got that fertilizer to use. So we just complete that one. That's done. Where's this one? Just fertilizing. I want my what's using liquid. This one's using liquid. We haven't got this one. We just do this one and that will be it. So we got the Fent. Don't know if I used the Fent yet. Because I was using the Fent, I'm using the favourite. Or however you pronounce it. It's actually favourite, is it? I'm not certain if I don't think I used this. This sprayer either. I'll just get this stuff first. So we go back and get the rest. And then we've got to find out where the field is. one's done. Now the world's hardest thing is back, and again I have to agree with species that it's different to reverse in 19 than it was in 17, but actually I'm slowly beginning to get the hang of it. So as you get so used to doing things in a certain way, well, we use all these canisters up, there should be enough on here to do this, I would have thought. Let's have a look, see where that is. Just save it there. No, 35. It should be down the bottom end there somewhere. There we are. What's this one? That's not too far off either. Looks like should be around here somewhere, I hope. Looks like we want to make our way to the bakery. Right. It's going to be fun getting out of here. It's a very tight turn. We need to, well, I'm also using the engine braking mode, which is great fun, but you have to think ahead all the time. The brakes are not as sharp, and you certainly don't get any engine braking whatsoever. You go downhill, the throttle off, and you will accelerate. But hell, I enjoy it. Enjoy making it a little bit more difficult than it should be. I didn't actually notice till the other day that the difficulty levels, got used to selecting the difficulty level just from the start. You can actually change also the prices you're getting, 3 difficulty levels of prices. And on here the prices have been I think fiddled with anyway. I haven't known Roy yet to leave a price alone if he can help it. Remember, new beyond 17, the contractor series, not the contractor, the challenge series, which I will be making another one. I think tomorrow. I'll be minus 17 stuff until the new year. Oh, I thought we'd come the right way here. Now, let's have a look at the map. No, it's 35. Was it 35 we wanted? Can't remember what it was now. Yeah, 35. So, let's have a look here again. Keep hitting the wrong button. I can't quite get used to this yet. That may take us down to 35. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I know what it's like with Roy in his pathways. No, this doesn't. This takes you above, I would have thought. Yeah, there's 35 down there, so this won't take you there. This looks like just a forestry track. This is this way you'd be working with trees. You're going to have to be very careful you cut these ones. They could easily end up in the fields down below. My overall feel with 19. Good and getting better. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm actually enjoying it. I'm not particularly a fanboy of anybody except for JCB and Class, but that's a different matter. The game wise, yes, I'm enjoying it. Could it be better? Yes. Could it have gone a bit further on the realism? Certainly. But there's time for that. And that really, what they do, they make the basis for the modders to come in and do the best they can. And we're already seeing with seasons on 17 what a difference it made. More realistic on, I think 11, 13 and 15. 13 and 17, no 15. Here we are. This is the one. We've got to go down to this end. Start at the far end. Luckily, one thing too on contracts, you can't damage the crop. Once the contract is finished, be careful. I had one on a game I'm playing where the contract finished and I had it on actual hard work. I got bored. You know, it's the trouble with us young boys, we get bored too easily. I hope there is enough fertilizer here. I'm not even certain what the wingspan of this is, but we got over half a tank. It should be enough. But I think they have twiddled or tweaked the fertilizer quite a bit. I don't think it goes anywhere near as quick as it used to. Oh, I was saying how much I was getting on reversing just to prove how wrong I was. It's a case where he's taking it very slowly, that'll do. Look forward. I think we've got here a tractor that's only just man enough for this. This should use up most of the fertilizer we bought. If we have to go and get some more, we have to get some more. But I don't think I'm going to finish this one off on screen. In fact, I need to take a screenshot of some description. Oh, I know I do, yeah. Anyway, species, there you are, mate. I promised I'd do something just to show you what the prices are like on this map. That's going to depend on the model, of course. I think you probably can alter. I'm going to lift the sprayer a bit. That's better. As you can see, the fields are not level. They're nice. Oh, and also, do not download any Oxen David stuff or Bullet Bill from anywhere other than Mod Hub or possibly FS UK. There's a lot of people at the moment, and Oxen David is suffering from this badly, who are taking the 17 maps and trying to get them to work on 19, and they're not. And it makes Oxen David look bad, and it doesn't do anybody any favours. Neither as yet has released a map for 19. So beware, if you see them, they're charlatans, they're thieves who are downloading those. They're people with no talent whatsoever, because the Austin David map was very buggy, what I understand. I didn't get it, but I know one or two people who did and said that was very buggy. That goes really for anything. I'm going to reiterate, the sites I look at, and the only ones I really look at, Mod Hub, PCSG, FS UK, American Eagle Modding, and Mod Host are providing the hosting themselves. I don't look when it comes from a third party then. But they're the ones I mainly use. I will, if there's something particular I want, I will actually go into the wilderness and have a look around other places. But if you do, please make certain your antivirus is up to date and you're using something like malware bytes. Really belts and braces, folks, if you go on any of those sites. And it also pays to use something like Adaware or one of the ad blockers. I know when I have gone on sites, I use ad blocks on those sites, not on. I always have it switched off for the other sites, the ones I think are safe because they deserve the advertising. but these this what are really an illegal site. They're stealing other people's stuff. Do not deserve it. That's my rant out of the way. Oh, we might get this finished because we've got 5 minutes to go. Oh, that we hardly used any fertiliser. We're coming up to using 1,000 litres. That's nothing compared to what we had on board. I shan't bother to keep this map. I've got 2 other series games going on using Riverview. I've got the series because Family Farm, and I also got 2 other maps I'm playing on. I'm going back to my normal thing of not playing the standard maps. Don't know why, they're perfectly adequate. I quite like the European map, the German map. There's one of the things I don't like is they're so open. I'm one of these strange critters that prefers fields with impenetrable hedges around them, tight openings, stuff to make me swear quite often. Not online, I hope, but I know that I have heard rumour, I hope he doesn't mind me saying, that Doc is actually making the map. He might be saying, because I know he's doing a series on how to do things in modding and map making, so I'm assuming that's all to do with this map he's making. He's told me he's making a British style one. That should be interesting, because apparently New York State and Britain are very similar in their farming methods, and that we both plough up to the edge of the field, right up to the hedge or the fence. We don't have these sissy runoff areas. This farm's about right for a typical British or Irish map, and that the field is planted almost to the edge, not quite but almost. How we doing now? Well, a couple of minutes, and we'll be about a 30-minute video. It should be about right. But the one mod, 2 mods I'm looking forward to, I really do want, which are on the way. It's Seasons, which will be ready when it's ready, and Courseplay similar. At the moment, I think Courseplay is doing some. I don't know how far they got, because I know they're waiting for some scripts to come out. But hopefully they're getting some work done. I know they're having a little bit of trouble with the HUD because that had to be altered. Last I heard. Hopefully I got that sorted now. Courseplay and Seasons are the 2 I'm waiting for. The Contractor series is. I'm running that because I can alter maps when and as I want. I'm just moving about the world doing contract work. Oh, I thought we would have been there by now. Are we there yet? Well, we're just over 50% full when we started this, but now about 32% full. So fertiliser is not a real issue. It's expensive, yes, but I thought we might have been there now. Let's see where we missed. I hope you're impressed with a nice neat job I'm doing there. So 35, take the plough now. Oh yeah, well you see where we missed. So we go up there to try and get another one right near the end. keep this going because we've got plenty of fertiliser. One other thing I'd love to see on, but I don't think we will. I don't think Decker will be attempting the soil mod. He didn't for 17. I don't think he will for 19, which is a great pity, but understandable. It was a lot of work. And he's another one of these lone models. We seem to be a lone model. Oh, well, we've got a little bit up here we haven't done. And some just next to us, people we can't quite reach both of those. We will be wasting a lot of fertiliser. Now a GPS mod would be nice, but as Upside Down has been very quiet, I think he's too busy on cattle and crops to do anything on here. On 17 by now he had most of his mods updated and out and working. Alright, I think we must be just on there now. I'm going to finish this off now on the screen. I'm determined now that so close. I think we go down, find the other bit we missed, and we go down there. I'm just going to switch off that for a moment. Just trying to see if I can see the... Ah, here we are, that's it. Can just see the lighter bits, but I don't think it's it. You can't see it from in the cab. You know, I was crying about how little fertiliser I'd used there. Not quite the same now, is it? Remember, we started off with 500,000. We're done. We're gonna get rid of that straight away. Escape. We're going 6,000. That's not too bad. We'll just go back to the shop. There we are. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, please consider leaving a like. If you're not a subscriber, well, feel free to subscribe. I'm always happy to have more people aboard. Ah, Grimmy Crone. I didn't notice what his flags were. Oh, I was going to show you the wrong one. The guy I was talking about, mainly placeables. Now, where is he? Is he in the miscellaneous? No, he's the guy who's doing all this stuff. He hasn't put his name down. There's a pity. I should have some flags here. See, that's a small garage. This water system tanks, that's cheaper than the in-game one. These lights, which work well, the barriers, which I'm using on another map, they work very well. I didn't put the flag, don't look like I put the flags in. So look, did I put it on the decoration? No, I didn't. Yeah, it's done. This shed. It's done quite a bit on here. I don't think it's done anything in here. No. Alright, anyway, was that... Oh yes, any comments, questions, queries, suggestions, feel free to post them in the comment section. I read every one, I try and reply to everyone. And there you go, species. I promised I'd show off what the prices were for you. We just have one last look. We look at the normal start position. You could actually start a farm for 344, or if you went here, and there's just about room to get the tent in, 187,000 for 2 fields. A decent sized field. That's the first one I sprayed today. So with that, it's Bam and saying cheerio now. Cheerio.